Hey, Mr. Mustache, can you watch this candy? I gotta go get some other stuff for the other crafts we're gonna do for the kids. Thank you, appreciate it. It's pretty heavy, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Stache! What did you do? I was gone for like 10 minutes. Get out. Get out of here. I can't trust you with a bucket of candy. Just get out of here. Jeez.
Hi Waymakers, today for our Fast Five, we are going to learn about chocolate in honor of Valentine's Day. But first, a few quick reminders. Don't forget that we play the I Spy Mr. Mustache doll game throughout each club meeting. So he'll pop up in random places and you got to keep an eye out for him. And then you shout, I Spy Mr. Mustache doll. So that's that game. Also, if you click down on our drop-down box, the little arrow below each video, you'll see a whole list of free resources, that means activities or facts for you to learn about and use and play with that are free, printable, downloadable resources. And last but not least, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can stay tuned each week when new club meetings pop up. All right, so those are the quick reminders. Now for our Fast Five about chocolate. Number one, the smell or aroma of chocolate creates the theta brainwave, which triggers relaxation. That's pretty neat. Number two, chocolate is not good to feed to your pet dog or cat. It can actually make them really sick. So while you may feel delighted by chocolate, it will make your pet feel sick. So don't feed them any chocolate. Number three, cacao trees can live up to 200 years. Cacao trees are what chocolate comes from. So the seeds that cacao trees have is what chocolate is created from. And number four, Spanish explorers were the first ones to discover cacao. Last but not least, the world's largest chocolate bar weighed 5,792.50 kilograms, or in another way of looking at it, 12,770.276 pounds. That is a huge chocolate bar. I think anybody would probably get sick from that much chocolate, but that's pretty impressive. So those are your quick Fast Five facts. Hi Waymakers, today for our life skill, we are here in the kitchen and we are going to teach you guys how to make heart chocolate molds in honor of Valentine's Day. And with me today, I have Waymaker Bella. Waymaker Tatum.
Hi.
And Waymaker Tegan.
Hi.
So, right here I have all of our ingredients ready to go to make this recipe easy. This is my recipe card, and on it, it says that I need to have chocolate, okay? I need to have water, so have access to a sink or a pitcher of water nearby. I also need my silicone chocolate mold, and we're gonna use hearts. We also need a double boiler pot. So it's two pots. On the bottom pot, we'll put water so that we can steam the chocolate and stir it and melt it in the top pot. We also have a small knife or offset spatula to kind of smooth our chocolate over. We have a small ladle or spoon so that we can scoop the chocolate out and put it in our decorating squeeze bottle, okay? We also need a spatula to kind of like scrape all the rest of the chocolate out of the pot. So those are what we need to have. Oh, and of course we need a cookie sheet pan, okay? So what we need to do first is we need to put our silicone candy mold on our tray. Waymaker Bella, can you do that for me, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And then we need to place our chocolate in our top pot. So I'm gonna put this right here in the middle of you all. And I'm gonna give you guys some pieces of chocolate, and I want you to break them up and put them in that pot for me, okay? So make sure your hands are
Oh, just make it just where it is.
clean and ready to go for this activity,
We
okay?
need to wash our hands.
So there's some for you to put in there, then some for you, and Bella, let me get you some too.
Yeah.
You can, if you would like to do that, as long as we have small enough pieces to use to melt it easier. I'm gonna put that in there for me. Okay,
We need to go carefully again.
good job, thank you. Okay, so now we have our pieces of chocolate broken apart and put in our top boiler pot. If you don't have a double boiler pot, you can also get a bowl
And a regular pan.
to put over this. That way you can kind of make it look similar to a double boiler pot, same type of system. Okay, next.
No matter what you have.
Right,
If you don't have it, it's fine. You can still do something else.
right. Okay. So next it says we need to put water in the bottom pot. Okay, so we want to make sure we fill it at least halfway full. Keep an eye on it. Make sure it gets that halfway mark. And tell me when. Okay. That looks good. Okay, so now let's move it over this way. Okay, now that we have our pot halfway full, we're gonna grab our top boiler pot with our chocolate and we're gonna stack it on top of there, okay? And then we're gonna put it on the stove. So now that we have our chocolate on the stove, we need to turn it on, make sure it lights. Okay, there it goes, it's ignited, and we wanna put it down between 2 and 4 or low to medium heat, okay?
Okay.
We'll watch the chocolate melt. Make sure you don't get too close to the stovetop because it gets hot, okay?
Okay.
And you wanna make sure you do this with an adult, okay?
That's why we have you here for the life skill.
Right. Start stirring.
It's starting to melt. It's starting to. It's enough.
Hot, yeah. There we go. Okay, now you need to melt this until it's completely smooth, no more chunks. Now, it's nice and melted. Ooh, yum. See that?
Very melted.
Nice and melted. Okay,
But very melted.
so what we're gonna do is we need to put it in here. Okay, so this part is a messy part. Make
That's
sure
why
you
you have to let the adult.
hold it over the pot, okay?
And you have to let the adult.
Put it into your squeeze bottle. Okay, so now that we have our melted chocolate in our squeeze bottle and our lid is on securely, careful it can be hot, you want to start squeezing your chocolate
Very carefully.
into your heart mold. Ooh. Okay, so who wants to try next? Okay, Tatum, go ahead. Careful, it could come out pretty fast there.
Not even hot.
Lift it up a little bit more. Okay, that's good.
Not even hot.
Okay, Waymaker Tegan, and try it.
Here, let's hold it. I can tell how it can.
Okay, lift it up a little bit. Just hold it in the middle, see?
Okay.
It just fills up. Good job. Okay, let go. And now Waymaker Bella. Good job. Okay, so once we get all of the hearts filled, we are going
Too smooth.
to now we need to kind of neaten them up a little bit, make them a little prettier. Okay, now that we've got our heart mold filled up and evened out a little better, we are gonna walk over to the fridge and put them in. We have some already made. We'll put that in and let them mold solidify. Okay, so now you want to flip it over. Make sure you press down and kind of stretch it out and gently push the chocolate out, and you get your chocolate mold. And if you have a nice little candy heart dish, you can decorate it and put your chocolates in there. Okay, girls, you want to try to do some?
Yeah.
Okay, Bella, do you want to try first? In and out.
Good job.
All right, there's one. Okay, Tatum, you want to try some?
Yeah. How do
You
you
want to kind of press
Push
down
it.
and push.
Oh, okay. This one's hard.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
All right,
Perfect.
put it in the candy dish. Okay, Tegan, you want to try?
Yes.
Remember how to do it? Good job. Put it on our candy dish. All right. Once you have all of your chocolates out, you'll be ready to go for a nice Valentine's Day party or just a treat at home. Okay, girls, you ready to try our creation?
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Hi, Waymakers. Today for our story, we are going to read a story called The Story of the Lost Son, or the Prodigal Son, found in Luke chapter 15. It says, Jesus continued, "There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son spoke to his father. He said, 'Father, give me my share of the family property.' So the father divided his property between his 2 sons. Not long after that, the younger son packed up all he had. Then he left for a country far away. There he wasted his money on wild living. He spent everything he had. Then the whole country ran low on food, so the son didn't have what he needed. He went to work for someone who lived in that country. That person sent the son to the fields to feed the pigs. The son wanted to fill his stomach with the food the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Then he began to think clearly again. He said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough food? But here I am dying from hunger. I will get up and go back to my father. I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and I have sinned against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. While the son was still a long way off, his father saw him. He was filled with tender love for his son. He ran to him, he threw his arms around him and kissed him. The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattest calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found. So they began to celebrate. The older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants. He asked him, What was going on? Your brother has come home, the servant replied. Your father has killed the fattest calf. He has done this because your brother is back safe and sound. The older brother became angry. He refused to go in. So his father went out and begged him, but he answered his father, Look, all these years I have worked like a slave for you. I have always obeyed your orders. You never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But this son of yours wasted your money with some prostitutes. Now he comes home, and for him you kill the fattest calf. My son, the father said, you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad. This brother of yours was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found. In this parable, the father in the story is just like God. This is how God would be if we ran away from him and we started doing things that we shouldn't. He doesn't give up on us when we do things that are wrong, and he will always forgive us if we've truly changed and repent for what we've done. Now, the older brother in this story just shows how most of us would act if this happened to us. I think we would all be upset if our younger brother or sister ran away for a long time and did a whole bunch of bad things, and then came back home and your parents threw him a big party. The father who had been wronged was forgiving, but the eldest son, the oldest son, who had not been wronged, was unforgiving. In this parable, Jesus gives a clear picture of God and what God is like. God is truly kinder than us. God always welcomes us home with open arms. God loves us. He loves us so much that He is always glad to see us come back. No matter how bad we've been, God will always take us back when we return to Him.
Get in the game. Get in the game. Get in the game. Get in the game.
Is that Wendy? It is Wendy!
Hi, Mr. O.
Well, hey, Wendy.
Hey.
Well, you look good.
Thank you. So do you.
All right. Wendy, did you come to play Get in the Game with us?
Yes.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, great.
This week on Get in the Game, we're going to play Mr. O Says. Now, you guys may have heard of a game very similar to this called Simon Says, but nobody listens to Simon anymore, okay? This is Mr. O Says. So, Wendy, you can play along if you feel like you can do some of the moves,
Yay!
but you don't have to. Are you ready, kids? Okay. Mr. O says, put your finger on your nose. Okay, good. Okay, now next. Mr. O says, stick your finger in your ears. Mr. O says, oh wait, take your fingers out of your ears. Ah, Mr. O didn't say. Mr. O says, take your fingers out of your ears. Okay, it's hard to hear what Mr. O's trying to say when your fingers are in your ear. Okay. Mr. O says, blink 3 times. Good job. Now, stick out your tongue. Ah, Mr. O didn't say. Okay, let's do 2 more. Mr. O says, clap your hands 8 times. Good job. Some of you lost count there a little bit, but that's okay. Now, hop 3 times. Oh, Mr. O didn't say. Okay, Mr. O says, stand on 1 foot, raise your right hand, put your finger in your nose, and hop 2 times. 1, 2. Good job. Now look at the people around you and ask them if you look silly doing that. Okay, so that's it for this week's Get in the Game. I had fun with you guys. Good job.
Hey, oh. Welcome back, Mr. O.
Well, it's good to be back. You ready to do some music?
I am.
All right, what are we doing?
Your love, O Lord.
Oh, I love Lord.
Yeah, it's a good reminder because it reminds us that He always has His open arms outstretched for us, ready for us to come to Him because He loves us that much.
You know what, sometimes when He gives me a big open-armed hug, I feel sometimes He gives me a pat on the back too. It's pretty cool. Okay, you ready? Mm-hmm.
Your faithfulness stretches to the sky. Your righteousness is like a mighty mountain, and your justice flows like ocean's tides. And I will lift my voice to worship you, my King. And I will find my strength in the shadow of your wings. Your love, oh Lord, reaches to the heavens. Nice ending.
Thank you. That was fun. I love this time when we get to play music. It's so much fun.
It is nice.
Okay, well, I'm out of here.
Okay. I'll be here waiting.
See ya.
All right, see you later. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Bye, Mr. O.
See ya.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Choo choo. All right, guys, time for our locomotion time. So stand up and get those hands ready. We are going to learn our key verse for today, which is Psalms 103:8. The Lord is kind to people, and he forgives them. He is slow to get angry, and his love always continues. Psalm 103:8. Okay, let's get your hands ready. A lot of motions. The Lord is kind to people, and he forgives them. He is slow to get angry, and his love always continues. The Lord is kind to people, and he forgives them. He is slow to get angry, and his love always continues. Last time. The Lord is kind to people. He forgives them, and he is slow to get angry, and his love always continues. Psalms 103:8. All right, good luck, guys.
Is there any mail, Miss Carolyn? I want to see if there's a letter. Can you check?
I'll go look.
Ooh. I hope there's mail.
We got mail.
Yay!
Let me open it. I want to see. You always get to open it.
Does Mr. O need help?
Okay. All right. It says, the handwriting's getting good. Not quite that good, but let's see what it says. Workout. How you perform all of those good.
Workout.
How do you perform the workouts good is what I think it's asking. And this is from Waymaker Tegan. Oh, well, thanks for the question, Waymaker Tegan. I'm going to reword it and ask it again. And the way I think it's supposed to be asked is, how do you do those workouts so good? Okay, well, it's not really written to who is going to answer it, but I think, should we have Wendy answer?
No, I can't answer that.
Does Wendy work
No,
out?
I don't work out.
Really?
Okay, I'll answer it. Sorry, Wendy.
It's okay.
Okay, well, you know what? It's easy to work out when you're watching somebody else who's experienced do the workouts and you're following along. Just like when you need guidance from something, or let's say you're going through something in life and you need some guidance, someone good to follow would be God and reading your Bible. You're getting a little bit of guidance watching them, and it helps you grow and it helps you get stronger, just like working out. So I kind of equate it to reading the Bible and having a good relationship with God.
So just practice. Practice daily.
Well, thank you, Waymaker Tegan, for that letter. All right.
Thank you, Waymaker Tegan.
Here you go.
Hey, can everybody else write letters to us? I'd love to hear from more kids.
All right.
Bye.
I know. I know. I'm sorry I yelled at you, Mr. Stache. I forgive you, and I still love you. I shouldn't yell. I thought popcorn was your only weakness, but apparently we found a new one. Candy. So I still love you, and I'm sorry. You're always welcome back with open arms, okay?
You forget